There was a time when taking a photograph and having it print instantly from the camera was the latest and greatest technology. These Polaroid cameras developed in front of your eyes, usually as you shook the picture to help it process faster. These photographs would then be stored in photo albums with plastic sleeves, and the books would often be flipped through whenever you had company over. Snow days were always an exciting time for kids, especially when they closed schools. The anticipation of the news of whether schools would be closed was much different than it is today. Now, a text message and email is sent out to every family, but years ago you would have to wake up early, turn on the local news, and watch the scrolling banner at the bottom of the TV screen to find out if you were lucky enough to have the day off. Some people might even argue that no matter what the weather was like, school was always open, and they would trudge miles to and from school, even in heavy snow. Do you remember packing for a trip and using a suitcase that looked like this? These hard-sided suitcases had push-down latches on either side of the handle, and generally had silky interiors with elastic pockets on all the sides. I remember having various sizes, which also included a smaller case for bathroom items. Before computers took over every aspect of our lives, report cards used to be handwritten by your teacher. Not only did teachers have to write down grades for each subject, but they also made notes about each student. Many of us probably still have some of these saved in a keepsake box in the attic somewhere. One thing that really sticks with you are the restaurants you ate at with friends and family. Do you remember these places? Before cell phone towers reached from coast to coast, many of us had to wait until after 7 p.m. to call someone long distance. Making phone calls to someone that didn't live close by was expensive, and you would try to keep calls brief. But the best way to save money on long-distance phone calls was to wait until after 7 p.m. when rates would drop. This was in addition to calling someone collect, and you would have to wait for them to accept the charges before you were connected. Did you have to take a typing class when you were in high school? This class taught you how to properly use a typewriter, while also teaching you how to type faster. During the 1960s and 1970s, typewriters were used in just about every office, and it was considered a high-demand skill for high school graduates who were about to enter the job market. Collecting grocery store stamps provided incentives for people to shop at certain stores. It was fun to lick the stamps and fill up the books of S&H green stamps or blue chip stamps, and then trade them in for merchandise. Kids often help their mothers in collecting and redeeming these loyalty rewards, and they certainly remind you of your childhood. Christmas time was different decades ago, with kids across the country awaiting the Christmas catalogs from their favorite stores. The Sears Wish Book was probably the most popular, but JCPenney, Spiegel, and Montgomery Ward also had their own. The catalogs would be passed from kid to kid, with toys being circled and pages being dog-eared as they made their Christmas list. By the time Christmas arrived, the catalogs would be completely tattered and worn out, but hopefully Santa delivered exactly what you wanted. Learning cursive at school used to be a rite of passage for a young person. Standing up at the blackboard and practicing writing letters prepared us for a lifetime of communicating, right up until computers changed the way we connected with people. Email and texting has replaced writing letters and actually talking to people. But the time we spent learning how to quickly and gracefully script words was one that shaped our primary school years. Eight-track tapes made it possible to listen to our favorite music anytime we wanted. The days of waiting for the radio station to play a song were over, especially when 8-track players became an option to have factory installed in many Fords. 8-track tapes were not only portable, but the library of music offered something for everyone, which made them extremely popular, up until the compact cassette tape took over in the early 1980s. Watching television over the years is something that we all remember, and we all had our favorites. Did you happen to watch any of these TV shows from the past? Prior to having a phone with a camera, taking photographs was something that was reserved for special occasions. These photos were not stored digitally, and you had to get them developed before you could see how they turned out. Dropping them off at a drive-through photomat was how many of us developed film. These convenient little booths were located in shopping center parking lots and promised to have your photos developed overnight. If you have recognized any of these things, then you were lucky enough to have grown up during a very special time. But unfortunately, it also means that you have gotten old, which is something that happens to all of us. If you enjoyed this video, click on this playlist to watch even more. And as always, thank you so much for watching.